Welcome to Quack&Co, the board game channel where every video is 10 minutes or less guaranteed, and today we are unboxing the Ghosts Betwixt, which is a game that I covered on Kickstarter the better part of maybe a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, which has now arrived. It's from Innocent Traveler Games, designed by Dustin Freund, and this is going to be a dungeon crawl game set in the heart of like the Midwest, a haunted house, an old school like 1980s Kids Next Door comic style adventure. So let's go ahead and flip this over and start digging in to the game. I remember enjoying this one a lot. I was really excited to actually get a copy in my hands, and back in the day, some of the feedback we had on the original prototype, I believe, has actually been incorporated into this title here. See, we wanted a search mechanic, something to allow us to explore the rooms, have a little bit more interaction in the game state, and from what I've learned, I believe they went through and reworked some core parts of the system in order to allow for that to be a possibility. So I'm very excited to see what Dustin has actually produced. This is going to be the first game coming out of Innocent Traveler Games, and I remember it being really cool. It's a unique twist on a dungeon crawl with cool writing. Like I said, that kind of 1980s style comic conversations, which I enjoy. So, our heroes here, we have Maddox, we have Bill, we have Avelynn, and we have Joan. This is going to be a family diving into the heart of some mysterious things happening around their neighborhood. So, the Ghosts Betwixt quick play guide. It's going to break down and kind of walk us through exactly how to play, talking about search mechanics, how you're dealing with combat, how you're rolling die to kind of resolve some of that. Very nice. I remember it wasn't too complicated, but I remember it being a good, interesting story, one that I'm looking forward to playing through. So this is going to be the rules reference. This breaks down kind of all the bits and details necessary. Very nice. Nice, and we have a full index and everything here in the back too, which I actually like quite a lot. And you can do multiple playthroughs by having characters that level up throughout the course of the game, which I am excited to see. And finally, here is our storybook, full of artwork, story, lore. Let's see where this actually starts now. Local haunted house faces animal cruelty charges. After an incident over the weekend, Pleasant Springs World of Terror Haunted House was investigated Monday for animal cruelty. Pleasant Springs Animal Cruelty Task Force investigator James D. Richard followed up on the complaint of rotting-smelling odor and a lifelike squirrel corpse found in the swamp room of the Pleasant Springs' oldest Halloween attraction. Gary, Papa Bennert, owner of the haunted house, said the squirrel corpse and blood were artificial. "It was just Worlds of Terror putting on a scare in your underwear," Bennert said, familiar to many of the haunted house's slogan. The Bennerts have previously been investigated for neglect, unsafe work conditions, and child labor laws. They've faced multiple lawsuits by people who've been injured while traveling through the property, acres of haunted attractions. They have never been convicted of any of these charges. So, this is the mission book. We start with kind of our own pile of gear, resources. This is the scenario that I've played where we actually dive into the first thing, and then we get into the second floor, which starts bridging into the area of the game that I haven't actually played. We have the vending machine mechanic, which is where you can actually buy unique gear. I'm excited about this. I am absolutely going to play through this and dive in. So, we have our boards here, all of our tiles and titles. This knife is surprisingly unsharp, especially compared to, I don't know where my Spyderco is at the moment. Alright, let's see what all this punch board's like. So, all these tokens represent different engagement points across the board, status effects, etc., etc. One of the things I liked a lot about the game originally, and still, well, to today, is going to be the artwork. I think it looks really nice. It's full of character, full of detail, and it's kind of what we wanted to be able to explore even more, right? As we're going through this, we want to feel like, that's a cool graveyard. We want to feel like we were really diving into this world and able to interact with it and sort of twist things and see what everything was. You also can see on the edge of the board here, we have all of our characters, right? This isn't a minis game. This is a standees game that features a bunch of cool characters, but because of that, it means the price point is decent, and you don't have to worry about a whole stack or pack of minis. And down the road, if you love the game, maybe they will end up producing some. We have some dice here. These dice here are going to be our combat dice. So we have custom dice based around different combat roles, which are going to be these. They look nice. And basically, you're going to be rolling certain types of dice for defense, for weapons, for different type of activations, and you can kind of manipulate and decide what weapon you want to use, how you want to like raise or lower your dice, whether or not you're going to take damage, etc., etc. Reveal after completing mission 3. Cool. So there's something under the box, which I will not reveal at the moment. And then we have all of our items here. We have a tappy-tapping beating stick, crude slingshot, Little Johnny's first switchblade, unstrung tennis racket, pack of cinnamon gum, pack of fruity gum, dull syringes, pebbles, super saver, sulfuric acid, watery lighter fluid, economy liquid nitrogen, quickly blessed holy water, a water pellet slingshots, sparking curling iron, brittle garden rake, hunter's slingshot. There's just a pile of cool kind of discoverable items throughout all of this. And then along with that, there are status effects for, it looks like these are going to be our mob items, which they get to activate. Yes, so different mobs will have different types of gear that they've actually equipped to themselves, or things that they've picked up around the environment there. So that's going to be some of those. And then we have our one-use resources. We have milk, we have orange juice, and we have fruity bears, because that just seems necessary. Don't open this until you complete mission 1. So this is going to be some of the characters, some of the creatures, and probably some more items that we're discovering along the way. Here we have a draw deck, which looks like it's going to be full of different objectives that we're going after. So objective complete. Objective 4, defeat the fright farmers. Cool. So I'm going to try my best not to get this all wildly mixed up. We have talents, so each character is going to have their own set of abilities and cards that they can use, and that's going to be what all of these are. So they can do things like Maddox here is able to build rockets, like string together various different types of fireworks and turn them into, well, something that makes a little bit more noise. So yeah, that's this game. You're going to be going through the storybook, playing down these tiles, exploring, dealing damage, fighting different enemies. There's a decent little AI system. I'm excited to see how they've implemented kind of the explore search element here. And you're going to be running around. So I now need to get this all punched, and I need to start digging into exactly how it plays. I remember it being fun. I was excited for it to arrive, and I think that's going to be an episode. So thanks for watching. And remember, this is Quack&Co, which isn't a thing unless you search for it. We'll see you next time.